What's good, y'all? It's your boy Charles Smith. Before we get started, make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and let me know what y'all think about this situation down in the comments. Now, this story just took another crazy turn. Yesterday, reports started going viral claiming that Adam22 and his wife Lena the Plug were officially getting divorced. Once TMZ picked up the story, the entire internet went crazy. And let's be real, a lot of people weren't exactly feeling sorry for Adam22. The joke started flying immediately. Social media was flooded with Cuck22 memes, and even Adam22 himself seemed to joke about the situation. Instead of getting sympathy, it felt like half the internet was celebrating. Usually, when a celebrity announces a divorce, people show support and say things like, "Man, that's sad," or "I hate seeing couples break up." But this situation was completely different. The backlash got so big that Adam22 and Lena the Plug finally decided they had to address the rumors themselves. And according to Lena, the entire divorce story isn't what people think it is. She says she never filed for divorce against Adam22 at all. Instead, Lena is claiming that a stalker was somehow responsible for the filing that started this entire controversy. Now, she's finally speaking out and explaining exactly what happened. Check this out.
To address the chaos. Last month, I went to check my mailbox and I had all of this rejected paperwork from a courthouse. Somebody has been trying to file for divorce on my behalf. I'm looking through the paperwork. They've filled out my name, my address, my daughter's name, my daughter's birthday. They have all of this information and they've attached a check for $435. I look at the name on the check and I start to freak out a little bit because I remember the name. Let's just say it's John, but it's not. The name on the check matches the name that the police gave me when they arrived at my house 2 different times doing a wellness check, claiming that somebody called and said that I was being abused by my husband. I let the cops come in. I reassured them that I did not make the call, but I remembered the name. It was a name that was hard to forget. And so when I got this paperwork for the courthouse that was rejected, I was like, that's scary. Like, who is this person? What are they doing? Have they actually filed anything under my name? I called the courthouse. I called the police. The courthouse said there's nothing under your name. They were not able to make the filing. We can't mark anything on your account though, because there's nothing under your name. So just keep calling back. I called the police and they said, well, this is kind of a weird situation. This person is forging your signature, claiming that they're you. So I would just file it under identity theft. On May 6th, I made the police report, identity theft. I thought, okay, hopefully this is over. So then yesterday, Adam tells me TMZ is reporting on our divorce. I'm like, oh no, it's happened. I call the courthouse and they're like, yeah, there's a case number. You filed for divorce. I'm like, but it wasn't me. What do I do? They're like, we don't know. We've never been in this situation before. Technically, you have filed for divorce. So now I have to hire an attorney. My theory is that this person, John, is being spoken to by a catfish who's pretending to be me online, and this person is like trying to get money out of John. They're claiming that Adam abused me. They're claiming everything that is basically in the TMZ report, all of which is not true. Adam is not in charge of all my finances. I make more than $3,000 a month. I'm not filing for custody. I'm not divorcing at all. I love my husband. We've been together for 10 years and I know that all of you are plotting on our downfall, but it's not happening. That day has not come. Basically, I found out that I was getting divorced when you guys found out that I was getting divorced. This is such a weird situation. Honestly, if it didn't happen to me, I wouldn't believe it. One upside of this whole scenario is that the Taylor Swift music video that Adam made for me for my birthday is getting more views. It's such a masterpiece that I'm so glad more people are seeing it. So that's the silver lining here. I'm gonna have to figure out how I'm gonna This story is so insane that if you don't believe me, I honestly don't blame you. Someone who is not me has been trying to file for divorce on my behalf. I know this because they've been filling out the paperwork incorrectly, and so it is being sent to my house. It happened in, I think, March and then in April. I guess they finally figured out how to properly file for divorce because now there's a legitimate case number at the courthouse under my name. They have been forging my signature, and I know who they are because their name is on the check that got sent to my house claiming that I want to be divorced. Now, this TMZ article came out, so I have to tell you guys about this. It claims that I filed for divorce on my birthday. On my birthday, I was on Rodeo with Adam and my daughter shopping for my birthday. not at the courthouse filing for divorce. This article also claims that I only get $3,000 a month in spousal support and that I have no access to any of our other finances, basically implying that like Adam sends me out to work and then just hoards all of my money. Not true. We're both breadwinners, but I make more most of the time and I have access to all of my finances. So not true. I know that everyone out there was like so hyped, like everything that they've ever believed about us. They're like, yeah, we knew they weren't going to make it. They're divorcing. Not true. But what an insane story. Like, how am I going to undo this? When I called the courthouse to be like, is there actually a case number under my name? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, so what do I do? They're like, wait, we don't know because like you filed it. I'm like, but not me, this other person who I guess we can call like a crazy psycho stalker fan, maybe. My theory is that they're talking to a catfish person who is pretending to be me and claiming that like Adam does all this awful stuff to me, help me get out of it type thing, send me money, I need help. And so they're being duped by this person. This same person, because I know who they are, I know their name, had the cops come to my house 2 different times filing a wellness check. And I had to tell the cops like, come in, I'm not being abused. So yeah, now I have to figure out what I'm gonna do to undo this because I did not file for divorce. It sounds made up, but it's not. Anyways, I'm sorry. I know you wanted it to be true so bad, internet, but it's not. 10 years strong. We're still going.
All right, so after Lena came out and blamed a stalker for the whole divorce filing situation, a lot of people weren't buying it. The main reason? TMZ reportedly contacted both Lena and Adam 22 before publishing the story. The article even mentioned that they reached out for comment but never received a response. That means they likely knew the story was about to go public before the rest of the internet found out. Now, nobody knows exactly what happened behind the scenes, but that's why some people are questioning the explanation. Because if the story was completely false, why not immediately contact TMZ and clear everything up? Why allow the rumors to spread across social media before finally responding? That's the question a lot of people are asking right now. Some believe the entire situation got blown out of proportion. Others think Adam 22 and Lena knew exactly what was happening and simply chose not to address it right away. At the same time, if the stalker story is actually true, that's a very serious situation, because if someone was really able to file legal paperwork using another person's identity, that opens the door to even bigger problems. So right now, the internet is completely divided. Some people believe Lena's explanation. Others think there's a lot more to this story than we're being told. But I want to hear from y'all. Do you believe Lena's side of the story, or do y'all think something isn't adding up? Let me know in the comments below.